Good evening, gentlemen. We are back with our rule number two, which is, of course, responsibility. We have already talked on the rule number one, which one is obligation. Here we gonna talking about the responsibility rule. The part A is something like that. So first, I will read this rule, and then after I will try to little elaborate and try to understand you. Hopefully you will understand, and if something somewhere I am lagging, then please I apologize to you all. And so here we are going to start. So part is nothing in this rule shall exonerate any vessel or the owner, master, crew thereof from the consequences of any neglect to complying with this rule or of the neglect of any precaution which may be required by ordinary practice of seamen or by the special circumstances of the case. Part A is saying that nothing in this rule shall exonerate any vessel or the owner, means any part of this rule will not going to be found guilty. Suppose if you are following rule and something is wrong happen, then you cannot say that I am following the rule and this is occurring because of following rules. No, here is clearly mentioned that you cannot blame the rule. And second part is if you are not following rule, then vessel owner, master, crew, all will be responsible for the consequences because you are not following the rules. And and the third part of this rule is saying that, like, if you are following the rule and and you are just following the rule, you are not going to be see like with following this rule, there can be something wrong happen. You are not taking decision with your seamanship, with your experience, or with your practice, with your good practice. Then in this scenario you are also going to be responsible. I am going to be give one example with respect to this rule. Suppose here, so for example, here we are going to be take example this is a vessel A B. In this scenario, this is a head-on situation though, so I will alter course to the starboard side, and this vessel will also alter course to their starboard side, and we will pass port to port. Suppose here is some shallow patch is there, and if you are altering course, then you know that here can be vessel ground. So in this scenario, you will take action with your ordinary practice of seaman. You cannot tell like I am following the rule. This is happened because of the following rule. Here is clearly mentioned that any part of this rule will not going to be excuse. So here's a clear that you will be responsible. You have to be take action with your good chairmanship. And who will be the responsible? The vessel responsible, the part B of rule number two. So this rule is stating that, like, first I will read: in considering and complying with this rule, due regard shall be had to all danger of navigation and collision and to any special circumstances, including the limitations of the vessels involved, which may make a departure from this rule necessary to avoid immediate danger. So, we are going to understand in a very proper manner the meaning of this rule or the importance of this rule. So, here is saying that in considering and complying with this rule, meaning of considering is the officer on watch has to best practice with the rule, and he has to understanding and he must follow the rule while navigating, and due regard shall be had to all danger of navigation and collision, and he has to while following all these rule, he has also a proper attention and has to keep consideration about the danger of navigation, danger involved in navigation. So, for example, suppose there is an head-on situation and the vessel. So, in this scenario, normally we what we do, we alter our course, we alter to the starboard side and pass port to port. This is like we mainly do. So, like here is saying this danger of navigation. Suppose here is some shallow patch here. So while following the rule is saying that you should go to the starboard side, but if you see that there is a danger involved, so in this scenario you don't need to follow the rules. Here is saying that just departure from this rule necessary to avoid immediate danger. You have to be avoid this danger. Just depart from this rule. Say to the another vessel that I cannot alter to the starboard side because you have some restriction here. So you will say to the vessel B that please alter more to your starboard side. So here is you have a proper attention and consideration must be given to the situation means the danger involving navigation, and it can be collision, it can be any special circumstances. If there is a special circumstances or any unique situation is created, then where the rules are not working, then you will take action according to your best understanding or your good seamanship. And also you have to be understanding of the limitation of your vessel. What can be the limitation of your vessel? Like the vessel is in ballast condition, or the vessel can be a loaded condition, or it their draft, the trim vessel, how much is trim. You have to be all aware. Officer has to aware about this situations, because if you are on the ballast condition, if you see like there is a shallow patch and if there is a sufficient water, a sufficient height, then you can go. If the vessel is in loaded condition, then you must not go towards this danger. So this rule is mainly focusing on your what you will do in the scenario. So this is a part B. Hopefully you understand. I try to understand. I try my better to understand you. And if you understand, then please like this video. If I did some mistake, then I apologize to you all, and thank you. This is for role number two, and now we are switch on role number three, and I will make the separate videos with respect to the rule number three, which is general definition.